All right, we're live. Welcome again to another Global Youth Leadership Summit, a weekly momentum session. This week we have the privilege of having one of our famous youth coaches on here for the first time. Now, just to break it down for you so you understand the magnitude of who we have on today. At the Global Youth Leadership Summit, to even attend, to be an ambassador, you have to apply. Not everyone can go. It's only about 200 people all around the world who get to go as a first-year ambassador. From there, to apply for your second year, it's an even harder process. It gets cut down about a quarter to only like 50 or 60 people. From there, it gets cut down even harder. You have to do interviews, you have to have reference letters, and you get to come back as a youth leader. And there's only from those 50 about 16 or 17. From there, there's even another cut, the youth coach. And there's only a couple of those, hand-selected from all over the world. And we're graced with the presence of one of them today. I'm just going to read a little intro for her. Emily Arlen has traveled nationally as well as internationally on business trips with her father's company, NEWtritious LLC, and has consulted with many health educators at NEWtritious' trade show booths. She's going into her first year of college at the University of California, Santa Barbara, where she will be majoring in political science with a focus on international relations. Although Emily is unsure whether she'll join the political world and be an ambassador for her country or be an international music producer, she has a passion for traveling and will pursue a career on an international scale. She also loves animals, marine science, and models after Jane Goodall. Emily honestly is incredible, and I have a pretty awesome story of one of the first times that I met her. And this year, as a coach at GYLS, I had the privilege of having amazing young men in my room, and one of them actually told me the Emily story, which I'd never really heard, but figured, okay, I know Emily, so let's hear the story. Basically, this young man, when he first was going to go to GYLS as an ambassador, he really didn't want to go. He was kind of unsure of the environment, like where he didn't know what to expect, like pretty much none of you did. And so he didn't really know anyone, obviously. And so he's going in with some expectations of it being kind of weird. And the very first person that he sees is obviously Emily. And her smile just lights up the entire room. Like, it could be pitch black. You can see everything. And as soon as he sees her, he totally changes his perspective on the whole camp. He felt like he was greeted with such like love and presence. From there, he fully changed his whole perspective of the camp, got the most out of it, came back as an alumni, and he's just awesome. So the Emily story, like her smile will light up your world, and you'll see it in a second. So here you go, Emily. You are live.
Thanks, Sergio. Hey, everyone. So thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate all of you who have woken up early to be on here or stayed up late to be on here. So let's just jump in. We're going to start off with refreshing yourselves with the triad. So quickly, I'm going to pull up a PowerPoint and share my screen with you. Let's see. Sergio, put your face as the face.
Yeah, back to me. As always, I kind of forgot to say this. So on the Facebook Momentum Sessions group, I'm going to post, and just as always, every week, pin it to the top, and it's going to say something like, we're live, post your questions and comments here. If Emily ever asks you to be interactive, if she asks you to shout out any answers, if you have any questions at all, post it in the comments on that post, because that's the only thing that we're going to be tracking. That way we can be interactive. I think Emily's ready, so I'm going to send it back to her for the triad.
Yes, I'm ready, and I just wanted to quickly, if you guys don't have a piece of paper and pen with you, I will have notes at the end. You don't have to take notes during, just be present. And let's start. So here's the triad. You guys all know that we've got physiology, language, and focus, and that makes up our state. So let's start with physiology. So what exactly is physiology? Basically, it's the way we externally represent ourselves, including our posture, our breathing, biochemistry, nerve energy. So does anybody remember the exercise? I believe we did it at GYLS, but I know for sure we did it at UPW, where the speaker would ask you to get into the state of, or get into the emotion of being happy. And so that immediately affects your physiology. You'll get excited, you'll jump up and down, and then he'll immediately have you change into being sad. Then what happens? Your physiology changes again. So, like, your arms droop down and your breathing slows down. There's a lot of stuff that is affected in your physiology when you change states. And just remember that when you change your state, it could happen how instantly? Snap of your fingers. So, is that me, Sergio? Should I?
Okay. Just keep it going.
Quit out of Facebook. Okay. So back onto the triad. All right. So now let's talk about language. So just a few things to think about. How do you talk to yourselves? And would you ever say these words to a friend? Are you being nice with your words to yourself? So now take out your piece of paper and pen and just a quick exercise. What are some disempowering beliefs that you've had towards your body? That's what we're focusing on today. Your body, self-love, and whether you're in a state of self-loving or self-loathing. So just quickly write down a couple disempowering beliefs. So for example, this is really silly. All right, so I used to really not like my legs. I didn't like that they were short or stubby. So now, after writing down those disempowering beliefs, I want you to turn those into empowering beliefs. It's like short legs. Hey, I don't have model legs, but at least I've got legs. And with those legs, I feel more grounded. So just turn three disempowering beliefs into empowering beliefs really quickly. Another thing I was really insecure about, another silly thing, my ears. I never thought, okay, let me quickly go back to my face. Let's stop this screen share really quick. So it's kind of weird because like you barely see people's ears, but I was really self-conscious about them because they kind of perk up, like you could see them when my hair's down. And I wasn't as self-conscious about them until someone pointed them out to me. So, well, at least I've got to be positive about it and just think, like, at least I've got ears. At least I can hear. And I've been told I'm a really good listener, so big ears means I'm a good listener, I guess. So I think you guys have down a few disempowering beliefs and you turn them into empowering beliefs. Let's move on to focus. Now that's a really big part of the triad. Here, let me go back to screen sharing. Getting used to this. Okay. Alright, so focus. If we're constantly focusing on our imperfections, do you ever think we'll be happy with our body? We'll be missing out on our greatness. And focus is something that if you're focusing on all of your negative or all of your flaws, in quotes, then that's what you're always going to be leaning towards, negativity. So it's time to focus on what's great about you so that you can be in that positive energy and feel happiness. So quickly, I'm going to play a YouTube video. So I guess we could go to Sergio's face again. And this is... Okay,
We're back to me while you set that up. So I've posted on the group and I've pinned it to the top. I know a couple of you have liked it. So during Emily's talk, if you want to share any of what she's saying, if you have any questions at all, you can post them there. I'll kind of queue them up. And then whenever we have a little break kind of thing, I can share them. But you do have a bunch of likes, which is awesome, Emily. I know Elijah's on there from Australia. He liked it. It's currently 12:10 a.m. for him. It's past midnight.
Oh my goodness.
We've got Ben, Bella, Ariana, Laura, Juan.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
Alright, so really quickly before I play the video, I just want to say that... Wait, is it on the screen?
I'm gonna put it to you. There you go. You're on. Or your video's on.
Alright, so anytime you're writing something down, just feel free to share it in the comments of the event. And let's play the video.
The group, not the event.
Oh, okay.
Close.
Let's play the
On
video.
the actual Momentum Sessions group, just like every week, that post that's pinned to the top, so right when you get to the group, it's the first thing you'll see. That's where you want to post questions. We just had Julian like it, so awesome. People know where it is, which is good. All right, you're on, Emily.
Okay, let's play the video.
Hi! You are not going to believe this. I bought Pepsi Next.
What's Pepsi Next?
It's the latest cola from Pepsi. It's got real cola taste, but 60% less sugar.
Real cola taste. 60% less sugar. Mmm.
Yeah. I know.
Unbelievable.
But this is the most impressive thing I've ever experienced in my entire life.
Oh, definitely. Look at this camera. I've never had anything like it. My parents are going to...
Yeah, they're going to be so proud.
Introducing Pepsi Next. Drink it to believe it.
Can you get this, honey? It's going viral.
Okay, so that was a video to kind of illustrate that if you're focusing on, I guess Pepsi would be like the flaws or comparing yourself to others, if you are focusing on those things and not on your greatness, well then you're going to be missing out. So now I want you guys to write down 5 things that you love about your body. Just take a minute to do that.
Awesome, and write those in the comments. I'm going to start first.
Yeah, I'd love to hear some shares and comments.
Emily, what are your 5? What are your 5 favorite things? So you can give us some examples.
Okay, well, actually, I'm going to go on to...
Oh, is that part of your thing? Am I ruining it?
No, not at all, Sergio. Well, okay, so I've been a part of Katie Pitz's Free Spirit Girl Love Your Body campaign. So actually during her day 1, we focused on gratitude. And so I wrote down actually 10 things that I'm grateful about my body. So I've got them here. I'll just name a few of them. So the first one I put down is my beautiful smile. Thank you, Dr. Belm, for my braces and everything. Second is for my hair. I've got hair. Be grateful for it. I also wrote down my kind eyes. And then I also wrote all of my toes. And I also wrote the gift of sight.
That's awesome, Emily. So I posted the question in that post pinned to the top. What are 5 things you love about your body? With the live lag, it might be a little bit until we get some answers, so I'll actually share mine. I super love both my legs because I've broken both of them, and it's brutal. And when your leg is broken, if you've ever broken a bone, you know that when your bone is broken and you're immobilized, literally all you want to do is just walk. Like, you would give anything just to stand on your leg and just do the motion of walking. When it first heals, both my legs, I broke them individually, not at the same time, so I had to go through the full thing twice. It's probably about like 6 weeks to maybe 2 months, 2.5 months in a cast where you literally can't do like so many things that you take for granted. And I also broke my arm too, actually. I broke my right arm, and you can't even brush your teeth. You can't write with a pencil. You can't eat. With your legs, like, you can't drive a stick shift car because there's no clutch, or you can't use the clutch with your broken leg. There's so many things you can't do, and so I'm so grateful for my legs. I love my legs, and that's my little intermittent story while people are posting, and now we have some posts, so that worked out awesome.
Yay.
Julian said, shouldn't we focus a little bit on the bad things so we can change them? So Emily, you can take that. And just Ben and Josh. Ben said, I'm tall, his smile, his hair, large feet and hands, and dance moves. Awesome, Ben. And then Josh said, my smile, eyes, legs, and godly abs. So maybe you can address Julian's question, shouldn't we focus a little bit on the bad things so we can change them?
That's a good question. We should have some focus towards towards what we want to change about ourselves, but also we should make sure that we're not focusing too much on those things and more on the things that we appreciate about ourselves already. Don't know if that answered your question, but yes, you should focus a little bit on those things so you can improve them and then eventually appreciate and be grateful for the change.
Yes. So the question that I wrote at the top was, what are 5 things you love about your body, right? And so he answered, shouldn't we focus a little bit on the bad things so we can change them? I think maybe what he was trying to say is that if you put your focus on the bad things, that way you can change them, but really you're not actually changing anything. You're just refocusing on the same thing and just looking at it in a different way. So maybe where like Emily said her ears were big or whatever, she looks at them in a different way where, oh, I'm a good listener, and so you love your ears for that reason, right? We've also got Ariana who just posted 5 things you love about your body: my smile, my nose, my hands and arms, my heart, and my eyes. Ooh, your heart is awesome because it's not like, you don't think of it as part of your body, but it's in there, right? Back to you, Emily.
Okay, so about Kate Princess's Love Your Body campaign, I wanted to talk about because she focused a lot on models and how we compare ourselves to unrealistic expectations. And so we compare ourselves to these models that we see in magazines or on billboards, and we don't realize how much they go through a transformation before that photo gets published. So I also have a video for that. And we compare ourselves to these photoshopped and altered photos, and from this we forget how beautiful we are because we're too busy focusing on how we think they look so beautiful, and that makes us feel insecure about ourselves because we don't look like that. So here's another video that I have. I'm going to screen share.
While you set that up, a couple more people have posted. Ben said, I love your ears, by the way, Emily. They're beautiful. And they are. You're such an amazing listener. And then Josh actually edited his thing, and he added, he loves his thumb. Maybe because you broke it or something and you just appreciate it so much more. Can definitely relate to that. And while Emily's still setting up her video, let's do it. Oh, you got it? You're good? Okay. Back to you, Emily.
Let's play this thing. was that video? You don't even recognize her at the end. All right, so back to me. So as you can see, there's a lot of things that go into transforming the model into what you actually see in magazines or on billboards or in stores. So I wanted to focus a little bit on magazines. And does anybody shop at H&M that's watching right now? I know I do. So I just wanted to say, like, I found this out recently. This might be old news, but the models that they actually have, like, in the photos displayed on the stores, those aren't actually real bodies. Those are CGI? Is that what you call it? Computer generated? And they just have faces of actual models that they put on those bodies that they create. So those aren't even real bodies. So how can we compare ourselves to that? Just something to think about. I also want you guys, if you haven't already, if you're not on Katie's FSG Love Your Body campaign, to check it out, girls, because she actually breaks down photos and talks about contouring and lighting and how those things affect all of the photos that you see in magazines, on TV, even celebrities, and how they pose sideways so that they look thinner. So she breaks that down a bit. So one question I want to ask you guys, and you can comment and share, what are some insane trends that have swept the globe that supposedly determine someone's beauty? Just one, like the thigh gap. What is that? Just like a gap in between your thighs, and that means that, like, you've got model-ish looking legs. So just quickly, like, think about that, and if you got any...
repeat the question, Emily, so I can write it out?
Okay. So what are some crazy trends that have spread internationally or globally that determine someone's beauty?
Got it. I got it the first time, actually. I just wanted to make sure. Yep, so I posted it, so we'll give them a little bit to catch up with the live, think about it, and then post. So you can continue.
Okay, well, I brought out this magazine, InStyle. I actually got it from a friend. And I was looking through some of the photos, and you do realize that the lighting and, like, the way the bodies are posed, like, why would someone even stand like that? Or, like, the lighting makes them appear thinner. So, like, it's kind of insane. You don't actually think of those things until you become aware of those things. And then, like, you look at the photos and you realize, oh, wow, she's posing so she can appear skinnier, or, like, she's got more tan so that, like, her abs look more defined. And this goes for guys too. Like, all of the models, like, guys with, like, very like, apparent jaw lines, the contouring of the makeup, like, makeup is very essential for, like, all of these photos, and then the lighting too. So, like, there could be a lot of light shining over here, which makes them appear thinner because you can almost not see that part of their body. Do we have any shares?
Yep, we do. We have two. Hold on. So Omid posted the not eating trend. I guess people not eating is a trend. And let's see. For that question, and then Jeff actually for the other one. Jeff posted for the 5 things he loves about his body: his eyes, which are healthy; his heart. Thank you to Ariana. That was such a good idea. His lungs and his creative brain.
Nice.
Awesome. But yeah, so Omid's for the question you just said, insane trends, the whole not eating trend.
It's insane how, like, people think that by not eating they're being healthier that way. They have, like, a healthier body because you're not providing the nutrients for your body to be healthy by not eating. So quick water break, just everyone take your bottle. I'm going to start talking about your raw self. But before I do that,
Josh posted, he said, speaking of the thigh gap, the famous picture of Marilyn Monroe is thought of as determining one's beauty. If she can rock that curvy body, so can any girl, is what goes through people's head. So awesome.
Go Josh. All right, so embracing your perfect imperfections. Gosh, okay. So I can't even say the title of my own session. So, well, embracing is appreciating and being grateful for what you have. So we've got to be grateful for what we have. I actually have a quote by the big man himself, Tony Robbins. Trade expectation for appreciation, and your whole world changes in an instant. Okay, so now talking about raw self. So I kind of came up with my own definition for this. Basically, your raw self is who you are when you wake up. That's how I define it, because that's before you come into contact with other people and outside, like the outside world. So what exactly is being your raw self? It's being who you are before judgment. It's like, who do you want to be if you weren't judged for it? So what exactly is the thing that's holding us back from being exactly who we are and embracing our perfect imperfections? Anybody know? What's the one thing that's always holding us back? Sergio, do you want to answer that question?
Oh my God, Emily, I have no idea. We put me on the spot live. If I had to guess, fear.
Yes, fear. Come on, Sergio.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I was gonna say your limiting beliefs.
Well, that's true too. Okay, so fear's what's holding us back. The fear of rejection, right? But if we're constantly putting on this mask and not being ourselves, aren't we kind of rejecting ourselves in the first place? Before other people go to reject us, if they even do, we're the only people that are really rejecting ourselves. Does that make sense?
Wow, that's powerful, yeah.
Thank you. Oh, so actually I want to really quickly go back to the triad really quickly, because I actually had another slide I didn't show, and it kind of looks like a 5th grader did it. I'm sorry, I'm not very good with PowerPoint, but let's check it out really quickly.
While you set that up, I think we have another comment actually. Jeff, to the question of some insane trends that are sweeping the globe, he said McDonald's thinking they have healthy food. And that's so true because, yeah, like you can, and actually just a couple days ago I was ordering a pizza from Pizza, which is a pizza place that we have. I just said pizza like 10 times. And we have this thing in Canada called the health check, where it's like the Heart and Stroke Foundation certifies that this food is like remotely healthy. And there's pizzas that have the health check. Like, that's the craziest thing ever. If you eat pizza, like, you're not eating healthy. It's ridiculous. So that was an awesome point, Jeff. And Emily looks like she's ready, so I'm going to send it back to her.
Okay, so here is my attempt at a PowerPoint presentation. So, okay, as you can see, the triad in our state, we walk around with this all the time. And our state affects our emotions as well as our emotions affecting our state. So have you ever noticed that when you're really sad, you only think about every other sad thing that there is? That's because we're in the state of being sad, and so we're keeping ourselves at that emotion of being sad And unless we change our state, we're going to continue to be sad. So remember that you can change your state in an instant. So I just wanted to share that in the presentation. Next. Okay. So,
we have one other quick comment, actually, Emily, about insane trends. Ariana posted there is that stupid thing going around that if you don't have a flat stomach and you're not skinny, then you're not pretty, which I really hate. Back to you.
yeah, I hate that too, because I don't think beauty is defined by looks. That's actually what I'm going into next, defining beauty. So I actually have a few definitions that I pulled up from 2 different dictionaries. We've got the Urban Dictionary. If anybody knows what that is, it's basically just like anybody can create a definition for a word and post it. Usually it's like a bunch of like new slang like bae and like all those things that like you hear constantly, or swag, like that used to be a big word, but they like have it defined in that dictionary. And then there's also like an actual dictionary online. So here, let me read those out to you. All right. And then after that, I want you guys to come up with your own definition of beauty. So just start thinking about that.
Ariana just said that is the best PowerPoint slide ever.
Thank you. I worked really hard on it. And actually, okay, this is really sad, but it took me 45 minutes to get that done. And all I did was draw some shapes.
Jeff also actually just posted raw self, also before accepting the conditioning of others.
Right. Okay, so I've got the definitions up. So beauty, a combination of qualities such as shape, color, or form that pleases the aesthetic senses, especially the sight. Where do you think that came from?
Some boring 70-year-old in like some library or something.
All right, so here's the second definition. Beauty is a thing seldom seen. It is held by all within the soul it lies, waiting to come out to the surface, but it can only be found if someone is sharing your soul with you. Beauty is suppressed by the evils of the world. Only love can bring beauty out. Once seen, beauty never hides again. Not even hatred can deny beauty of its true design. Beauty, although possessed by all, by few and fewer yet, will ever see one of the most beautiful sights, the beauty held by you. That was actually Urban Dictionary. Like, that's really surprising.
No way. Wow, that's awesome.
So now I want you guys to define beauty and post in the comments.
Well, wow, this actually worked awesome because Jeff just posted, so I guess that whole timing was awesome. Jeff said that beauty is what you allow others to see inside of you.
I like that.
Very awesome, Jeff. You're the man. That's the only one we've got so far.
Okay.
That was actually such an epic Urban Dictionary definition.
Right?
Right? That was awesome. Whoops.
Okay, so, well, I'm going to wait on the definitions, but I'm going to just give you a little preview of what's happening next. Get close to a mirror or somehow focus your eyes so that you can see yourself in your computer screen if that's the closest reflection. We're going to do a mirror exercise and create a powerful mantra. Dun, dun. After the break.
We should have like commercials for this or something.
It is so cool. So on YouTube, or like even on just like a bunch of random sites, I will see Tony Robbins, UPW live, like, and it talks about like London and Dallas, and I just see these little like advertisements for it, and they're everywhere.
That's so awesome. we have another post or another answer to what is beauty from Josh. Beauty is pure inner and outer love of self. If you love yourself inside and out, you will come across as beautiful to other people.
That was
And then
beautiful.
we just got Ariana who posted. It hasn't even loaded yet. Oh, beauty is what you feel about yourself. Awesome.
All right, so let's start with the mirror exercise. I think you guys all know what that is. Hopefully you've been doing it every night. So for those who don't, because I'm sure we have some new people on here, or people who might see this who aren't part of GYLS, the mirror exercise is basically going up to the mirror and showing some self-love by telling yourself everything that you appreciate about yourself, giving yourself some like little pep talks. You can do the mirror exercise whenever. Actually, when I ran for student body last year, I did the mirror exercise right before I went on stage, and I was so pumped. So like this really it brightens your day. So let's focus on creating a powerful mantra. So you're going to need a piece of paper for this. What is a mantra? It's something that you say to yourself. You can say it continually. It's usually short, something that you can commit to memory. So let's create a mantra that you will say into the mirror, let's say 3 times. So it could be anything from like I love you to I am beautiful, or I love you, I honor you, I appreciate you, and you just say this over and over to yourself, but you have to believe it and you have to mean it when you say it. So quickly, or take a couple minutes actually to do this because this is really important. So write down your mantra and make sure that it's something that you believe wholeheartedly in. If you can't tell yourself right now that you love yourself, well then in time you will be able to, because you're going to see all of the greatness inside of you, and then your self-love is going to grow, and you're going to love yourself like I love myself. Okay, so
You've actually got a definition for what is beauty, and it might actually be cool to incorporate the definition into a sample. He said, beauty is a state of being fully accepting of yourself in every aspect, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. So like all of your definitions, guys, you can just turn them into mantras. I fully accept myself in every aspect, right? You just change whatever your definition is into your own mantra, pretty much. Okay, back to you.
well, that's basically, after you guys share your mantras, that's all I have, and I'm ready for questions.
You're so awesome, Emily.
You're really awesome, and thank you to you and Jen for getting all of this started up, and every week having one of these things, because it really does bring the momentum of GYLS home. And I feel like we learn things every week too with these things, and we refresh our memories of things we learned at GYLS. The whole thing about embracing your perfect imperfections, we've been doing that every day with our geek challenges. That's what Anon was teaching us, to appreciate our geekiness and embrace it.
And shout out to Isabel actually for starting that group, because originally we had the Geek Challenge in the main GYLS page, and it kind of fell off. People weren't really doing it. But once she started the group, people post every single day. I don't know if you guys have seen my sister Adriana's singing video. It has 60 likes or something. It's really funny. Sorry, Adriana, but if you haven't seen that, you need to go watch it. It is the funniest thing ever. That's legit the definition of embracing yourself. It's so funny.
So I actually have some challenges for everybody. And I'm thinking maybe I should just save them for after the questions. What do you think?
Might be a good idea. We're still waiting on questions. We haven't got any because of the lag, but we do have another comment. I think from Kai Wei. Oh, Kai Wei. I think beauty can be seen once there is a loving and caring heart. Thank you for sharing. Awesome. Thank you for sharing, Kai Wei. You're amazing. Let me see. Do we have any more? I think that's it for now. But we'll have questions as people. Because some people, like, they log in like 10 minutes later, and the whole video is like 10 minutes lagged, right? So, I know the number's been rising, and so some of the people that just got on are actually like way behind. So hopefully they can catch up and get to some questions before it's over. I actually have a question for you, Emily. Are you ready? It's gonna be epic. So, in terms of the 6 human needs, which most people know, and if you don't, maybe you can give us a recap of what they are. I'm sure you can. You're a youth coach. In terms of those, what needs are people meeting when they're trying to accept, when they're trying to basically live up to the beauty expectation of society? What needs are they meeting? And then what needs should you be meeting, or what needs are you meeting when you're embracing yourself and your own beauty? I don't know if you got that question. I kind of worded it weird. You understand what I mean?
Kind of blew my mind, Sergio. Oh, there comes the gardeners.
Let's go. You can barely hear it.
Okay, here, let me put on some earphones so I can hear you.
It sounds like waves crashing on a shore in the background.
Really? That's so nice.
Kind of. Whatever. Keep it going. It's live. That's why these are so awesome, because it's live. You think you can handle my question? Should I repeat it?
Yeah, here, repeat it one more.
Oh, I don't know if I can. Well, if I can't, then I must. I can. I will. I must. Okay. Basically, in terms of the 6 human needs, and maybe you can recap them for us, when you're trying to live up to the expectation of society's beauty, what needs are you really meeting? And then when you shift to embracing yourself, what shift in your needs has been made? You kind of get it? You're muted. I can't even hear what you're saying. Don't worry, the gardeners are fine.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Good. All right, so I just wrote down the 6 human needs. So there's certainty, variety, or they also call it uncertainty, significance, love and connection, contribution, and growth. So I think to answer your question, when you're trying to live up to society's expectations, you're meeting the needs of certainty and significance. Significance. Yeah, significance definitely.
Significance with some certainty, Emily. Significance?
Significance.
Yeah, definitely. And maybe I would even add connection on a low level, because for the third need, loving connection, it's actually love, but love is too scary, so most people settle for connection, right? You're not really going to get love from trying to meet society's expectation. You're going to settle for a low level of connection, right? And then when you actually shift to what you're saying, embracing your perfect imperfections, what shift have you made?
You shifted to love and connection as one of your top human needs.
Yeah, and I would argue love more than connection. So yeah, that was kind of my question. You're awesome, Emily. We've got another epic question from another one of the youth coaches. Oh my God, from Juan. Emily, what would you say is the question you have to ask yourself every day to hold yourself to that standard of self-love?
That's a really good question. So what is the question that you need to ask yourself to maintain the standard of self-love?
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm.
Hmm.
I'm guessing there's no right answer. And the question I would ask myself is, how can I show myself this love? Like, how can I show myself how much I love myself? How much more? Like, yeah, what more can I do to prove to myself that I love myself?
That's awesome. Those are all awesome. And I'd have to argue that you said there's no right answer. I would say there's no wrong answer. Anything you say is going to be a good question, right? As long as it's an empowering question. And when you were talking about the triad earlier, hold on, I'm going to switch it to me because it's been on you like the whole time. I'm sorry, Emily. You've been in this quiet.
No, I don't even notice because I see your face this whole time. So I thought it was on you.
The whole time I've been talking, I've just left it on you. Yeah, so our questions direct our focus, and we talked about focus in the triad. Well, not we, Emily fully talked about focus in the triad. What directs your focus is the questions you ask yourself. So Huang, amazing question that you asked is, what questions can we ask to basically direct our focus in the direction we want it? And Emily came up with some awesome answers, and I'm sending it back to you. And I'm going to say, for the question, actually Huang just posted, so I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to wait for it to load. Come on. Come on, Facebook. Great answer. Emily, great answer. You're amazing.
Thanks, Juan.
Let me see. And I'm actually going to somewhat answer that again. So the definition, how we said you can turn your definition of beauty into your mantra, basically, for your mirror exercise, you can actually turn your definition of beauty into your question. So your definition of beauty, Huang, was beauty is a state of being fully accepting of yourself in every aspect, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. You can turn that into a question just by putting how at the beginning. How can I be even more fully accepting of myself in every aspect? That's a powerful question you can ask yourself, and you'll get a powerful answer when you ask a powerful question. Back to you, Emily.
What do I say? Has anybody else posted about their? Has anybody else posted about their mantras?
Not as of right now, no.
Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna share my mantra.
Yeah, that would be a fantastic idea.
All right, so I actually came up with this a month and a half ago, and I actually have like a post-it note on one of my cabinet like doors that I see every morning. So my mantra, it's pretty simple. It's I am beautiful, I am powerful, and I am unstoppable. That's my mantra. That's what I say to myself every day.
That's an epic mantra.
I think the most epic thing about it is I believe it. I believe it.
Awesome. Let me see. So I just asked the question because it may be lagged for the video, but if I ask the question on the Facebook post, it shows up instantly for everyone so they can answer. So we'll give them a little bit more time to share. And I've actually got an epic mantra which Huang showed me. Where is this? Where would it be? Hold on. Maybe it's over here. So I'll share this for a second while we get this ready. And this, again, Huang, one of the famous youth coaches, showed me this guy Eric Thomas, and he's so awesome. And this is a hell of a mantra.
Oh.
What's your motive? The reason why you can't get up.
No, it's this one.
Look, I need you to say this way, help your boy out, all right? So I need you to say this with me. I can. I will. Yup. I must. All right, look, for us, a different TGIM. I just need you to do me a huge favor. Come on, work with me. Work with me. I can. I will. I must. Are you hearing what I'm telling you?
So that's an epic mantra, and he's into it. He is very into it. So watching videos like that will Like, you don't even have to say it yourself. You can just watch a video like that and you get excited. You get pumped. We've got 2 awesome things finally caught up. Jeff, I fully accept myself, and sharing myself will allow me to love others and myself more deeply. So awesome, Jeff. And then Huang, I fully accept my strength, embrace my power, and am a master of my emotions. Wow, master. I like that. I might copy that one. That's awesome.
Wait, Sergio, you didn't share your mantra. Do you want to quickly come up with one, or do you have one?
I kind of really like the whole I can, I will, I must. That one's awesome. And actually, he later made a video. That's Eric Thomas again. He one-upped it, and he was like, I can, I will, I must, I did. Because I can, I will, I must is awesome, and that's still just potential. It's I can, like, I'm able to, I will, like, I'm going to, and then I must, like, I have to. But you haven't done anything yet. So from that mantra, you have to take action and do something. So you add I did, basically makes you feel like you resolved. You committed, you decided, you resolved, you already did it. So when you want to do something, you add I did. I can, I will, I must, I did, and it's over. So let's say one of your things is like you can't love yourself yet. I can, I will, I must, I did, or I do. And there you go. So we're going to say that's mine. Thank you, Emily, for putting me on the spot while we're live. Let me see if we have any more. Do we have any more? We've had a bunch of comments, but we don't have any more yet. Let me see. I'm going to call some people out who I know are on here for their mantras. I know Omid's on here. So when you hear this, post your thing. Kai Wei. Jeff and Huang posted theirs, so awesome for you guys. Ariana, what's your mantra? Josh, Ben, Julian. Let's hear them. Yeah.
Should I just start with the challenges now? I'm so excited to announce them.
Yeah. Yeah, go for it until we get some mantras, and then we'll just share the mantras after.
Okay, so Katie Pitsis and I were really in sync or something, because I've been planning this session for half a month. And so yesterday I actually watched her Love Your Body campaign day 4 video. And so her challenge was talking about raw face. So you know how I talked about raw self? So she talks about raw face, and she's talking to teenage girls. So what does that mean? So my challenge for you is to embrace your rawness and go without makeup for a week. Okay, well, that's pretty insane, I think, for some people. So that's why it's called a challenge. And and so if you don't wear makeup, well, then just embrace your rawness. This is for the girls portion of the challenge. I also have one for guys. So don't worry, guys. I know we've been focusing a lot about girl things, but there is a lot that I think you guys can learn from this session too. So yeah, I know that it's a lot to ask for girls to not wear makeup, but I think also that it's pretty I'm giving you guys a break here. You need to spend less time on trying to put a mask on yourself and actually let your skin breathe, because you've got plenty of time when you're older to wear makeup. Right now you've got that natural glow and you're beautiful. You will be beautiful when you're older too, but embrace that natural glow. And so for the guys challenge, okay, so there's this game. Is it called Safety or Go Tell Her or something like that? But I remember you and Juan were talking about it. So if you have if you see a girl and you want to compliment her, I challenge you guys to go ahead and do that, because you don't know how much that will affect her day in a positive way. So if you see a girl and wow, she's fine, go tell her. Those are my challenges for this week. So starting Monday, the challenges have begun.
Oh my god, that's so intense.
Uh,
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna see if Huang's here so he can actually share with us the story of that challenge because he
Good
can
idea,
so
'cause-
much better than I can. So I'll be right back in 1 second. Okay, you continue the liveness. Keep it going.
So I brought this water bottle for a purpose. I'm here to promote my school, UCSB. It's one of the top research centers, universities in the nation. And I don't know why I'm doing this. It's also got a really awesome chant. Our mascot is the gaucho, which basically means like cowboy in Spanish, I believe. Yes, Spanish. And this is so weird. Okay, so our chant, I believe, I have not yet started at school, but I have heard that the chant goes, ole, 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 ole.
Emily, we have a special guest, and he's gonna elaborate on the guy's challenge, which is the you gotta tell her game or whatever. Sure, Huang.
So, hey everybody. So me and my friends, this was back in high school. We developed this game called Go Tell Her that you had, if you said something about a girl, you had to go tell her, or else you had to pay each guy $20. You don't have to do the monetary value because it's not very GYLS inclined. So, and we did it only with like compliments, and the rule is if she's with a guy, then you don't do it because you don't want to cause any problems. So yeah, is that what you're kind of doing, Emily? Is
That's
that
the challenge.
Yeah,
Can I tell?
that's what I wanted. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah, so if like my friends would be like, well, my buddy Derek, this happened like a few months ago. We were at a party and he was like, man, that's the kind of girl you marry. And I was like, go tell her, and he had to go tell her. And he was like, you're the kind of girl I marry. And yeah, it's a really fun game, and you guys should try it.
What are some other funny ones? You had so many funny ones. Like, what are some things that you can tell them?
Oh my God, my friend Anthony said her smile should be put in a museum, and he had to go tell her, and it was really funny. It was hilarious. But yeah, that's an awesome challenge. Did I tell you that, Emily? Did we talk about that at GYLS?
No, it was probably in Canada.
It was in Canada, true. I remember that.
By the way, guys, yeah, I did stay over at the Bendetta's house, and I went to Canada, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember, because I was like, is that a game that's going on in California? Because I thought...
We need more examples.
Yeah.
More examples.
Yeah.
What
So,
else can you say? Like,
yeah, it's a really fun game, but definitely not any, like, negative or... And even if you don't say something, if you see someone having a bad day, you can also invite yourself to play the game. So for Jeff and Josh and Ben and Omid, if he's on this call but he's not commenting, so he's not being fully present on the webinar.
He called you out.
So you guys, I challenge you to join the game. And once you know the rules of the game, you're playing. So
for anyone who's watched this, you're officially in.
you're playing.
And it doesn't even have to be live. You can do it like on a Facebook comment. If you have a thought like, oh my God, I would take her out to a nice fancy dinner.
Yeah, oh yeah, that was one. I remember I was with 3 of my friends, and I was like, wow, I would really buy her a nice dinner at a really nice restaurant. And I had to go tell her, I would buy you a really nice dinner at a really nice restaurant. It was really weird. But yeah, so awesome webinar, and I'm going to go back to my end of the webinar and
watching,
keep on commenting. All right.
Thank you for your participation.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, so that game is awesome. Juan basically started it. So, and I know we have a bunch of comments now because I left for a little while, so I'm going to send it back to you, Emily. Actually, no, I'm going to go to Facebook, sorry. We have oh my God, okay, we have a bunch of comments. Ariana, I am beautiful, strong, fearless, and perfect the way I am. I embrace my Uranus 24/7. Hashtag team no makeup.
Woo!
Josh commented, I always go with the now I am the voice incantation, followed by I am strong, powerful, and outstanding in anything and everything I want to do. Awesome. For Jeff, he said, guys, no hair products. So I guess it's for the girls, no, no makeup. Guys, no like hair products, which is no problem for me because I don't ever put like gel in. Josh also said, Emily, I feel like if you go up to the girl and tell her she's cute or hot or whatever you feel, then it could come across the wrong way and she could not take it seriously. How do you avoid this in a positive way? Just in response to the challenge. And then Julian said, hi, Juan. What did she say? Julian, she probably was down. She was probably... And Josh, to kind of comment on yours, people can tell, like, if your friends are in the background laughing and if you kind of have that smirk on your face, if you genuinely come from a place of, I really just care about you and I want to sincerely compliment you, they'll be able to tell. Ooh, did Huang just comment? Wow, he just ran back to his room and commented, hey, Julian, she was absolutely flattered. And we went on the date.
Aww.
That's funny. Okay, Emily, back to you.
Okay, so I really wanted to quickly say that about the challenges, there's nobody keeping you accountable. So it's up to you to take your life to the next level and choose to accept those challenges. It's all your choice.
Wow. Emily, your smile needs to be put in the Hall of Fame. Straight up.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm going to call everyone out right now real quick. Everyone who's commented on this video, in the comments, compliment someone else who also complimented. It doesn't even matter if it's a guy or girl. And, oh, did Huang just comment again? Josh, if you're coming from an authentic place, she will not see it in a negative way. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let me see. Josh, be present. Yep, go back to week 1, session 1, watch the presence. If you come from that place, they won't be creeped out, they won't be weirded out. It'll be like authentic and real, for sure. Back. So do you have any more challenges or questions or yeah, I guess questions that you would ask other people?
If I think of one, I'll definitely post it. But right now I don't have any.
Okay, awesome. Well, yeah, I think we're pretty much all caught up with the posts and stuff. So, any last words?
Well, thanks again, guys, for joining us. It was a lot of fun. And I was actually super nervous before I came on here. And Sergio helped me out with that.
Are all those books in the background you preparing?
Those aren't my books. Those are me books.
Oh my god, that was your notes for preparing for this webinar, right?
I have my notes in here. Oh, and in here.
Oh my god, the most epic book ever. Yeah, I think we're good for questions. So, next week we have Anthony Trapani. Oh my god, that one's going to be incredible. Anthony is going to be speaking on Leadership 101. And not only has he been a coach at GYLS for several years, last year he actually won the Bright Futures Award, which is basically the Coach of the Week, the most outstanding of all the coaches. All the coaches that go to GYLS are all outstanding. But even from all of them who are outstanding, there's people who are more outstanding. And Anthony is a living example of being outstanding. So you definitely want to get onto his and be live. Emily, you're beautiful, and I love you. Love, Ariana.
Oh, thank you.
And I think that's it. So you can end it, Emily. Oh, do we have one more? I don't know, do we? Wait for it. Oh no, she just posted the same thing twice. Emily, again, you're beautiful. I love you. Oh, Josh, people are still going, Emily. What did Josh just say? Emily, you are amazing. Thank you so much for the session. You're beautiful. Oh my God, so much love. Emily, you should go and read all those comments when you're done.
I will
'Cause there's
definitely.
so many more. So yeah, give us an ender, Emily, and let's get a YouTube cover photo. Actually, this is what the video is gonna be.
Okay.
Okay, send us home.
All right. Well, thank God it's Saturday.
Yep. Yep.
Will I must. I did. I imagine him saying it like in a low voice at the end. I did.
I did. All right. See
Thanks
you
for
guys all
joining us,
next
guys.
week.